Hello, hi. So my name is Tujizere. I'm with the group of the sevens, which are the first of all talk about the cloud. With no further that this is the University of Rwanda's campus Busogo Ecotourism Park and Municipal Management's Group 8 Year Ones. I thought that this is the climatology's lectures. How are you? So this is the group 7 as I said. These are my group members. Actually, I'm Tuesday Eme, Shombosho, Wujiso, and the beautiful Mrs. Fidelity, Nadine, and the Mr. Elisas. These are my group members which are going to present the topic. First of all, this is a content about the clouds. First of all, what does it mean, the clouds? Formation of the cloud, conditions, steps, and also classifications, family, and impact of the cloud in our environment. Let me talk about the introduction about the clouds. First of all, what is a cloud? Cloud it is when invisible water vapor is condensed as a dropped as ice crust. This is some kind of the cloud. They can be aggregations of water drops. Also can be massive condensed. And also, this is some the picture which are visible massively condensed. As you seen that it is a cloud which is some suspended, separated with the cloud and not formed as a crust. As we know that this is the picture about the cloud formation sampled, kind of the temperature raised and forming the difference the cloud. If the cooling, as I said that, this is some formation formed due to the when the air streaked on that and on that in the cooling. Also, when the moisture air from the sea blew over the cold lands. This I'm going to explaining how when the warm or air is streaked on the air, and also when a moisture air from the sea blue is formed. First of all, is about the current warm air stick. With no further ado that, as the picture shows. There is some condition which are important formations, which can be the temperature, airs, according to the sticked on the air, vaporization rates. This can be formed this the color, warm the air and go to the airs. Without W, there is some low the pressure. First of all, there is the air formed due to low pressure sticked on the regional part of the pressure can be expanded. As expanded, can forming the currently esticated on the cooling. Next one is about rising, is about the when moisture air from the sea blow over the cooling airs. Sorry, according to the lands. This is how sea breeze formed. As the warming air covered land rising, the cooling air over the ocean is flowing over the land. Surface is pressed. This rising can be formed as warming airs. So let me call upon my colleagues to be continue. So let me stop there. Thanks.
Hi guys, I'm going to continue by presenting about the types of crowds, where my colleagues talk about the formation of the crowds and the many things about the crowds. So I'm going to talk about by explaining and talking the characteristics of the types of the crowds. First of all, the types of the crowds are five. First one is cumulus crowds, stratus crowds, stratocumulus crowds, altocumulus crowds, cumulonimbus crowds. So this is the types of the crowds. I'm going to explain by one, so that the first one is cumulus crowds. The cumulus crowds these are frothy, white, and puffy clouds that often resemble cotton balls, whereby that cumulus crowds, when you see the cumulus clouds, they are white and their signals are good weather. So that the second is stratus clouds. Those stratus clouds are flat, gray, layered clouds that often cover the entire sky. They are typically low-lying clouds that form due to the cooling of air near the Earth's surface. Those clouds, stratus clouds, these are gray and blinks over course or foggy condition. Where when you see that stratus clouds in the sky, you see that clouds are gray and blinks overcast condition. So that the third one is stratocumulus clouds. These stratocumulus clouds are low-lying grayish and lamp clouds that often form in patches or layers. Those clouds are a combination of cumulus and stratus clouds, so that these cumulus clouds are lumpy and can blink. Okay, by continuing these stratocumulus clouds, these clouds are low-lying grayish and lamp clouds that often form in patches or layers that are a combination of cumulus and stratus clouds. To mean that this stratocumulus, to mean there is a strato and there is a cumulus. To mean there is a combination of strato and that cumulus clouds. When this to mean that when the stratocumulus formed when these clouds are formed, to mean there is low-lying grayish and lumpy clouds. So that I'm going to give you some explanation about the third one. The fourth one is altocumulus clouds. These altocumulus clouds, these are mid-level, white or gray, and puffy clouds. These clouds are often to form in layers or patches. They are typically formed by knitting of moist air. These altocumulus clouds, to mean that there is a cumulus also, to mean that it contains the parts of white or part of gray. This altocumulus is typically formed by rifting of moist air. To mean it is composed of some moist air when you see these clouds. The last clouds is the cumulonimbus clouds. These clouds, it is towering and often envelope-shaped clouds that are produced thunderstorms. To mean that this clouds is somehow black, so black, and this clouds, it can gives you thunder clouds. To mean when the rain is going to come to overflow, you can get this cumulonimbus clouds, which composed of thunder clouds. This clouds, it's coming when this heavy rains, when the rains is going to come on the earth surface, which is heavy, and even tornadoes, and they are formed by the rapid upward movement of warm and moist air. So I mean when there is a black clouds, and this clouds is composed of thunder clouds and the heavy rains. This is cumulonimbus clouds. Thank you. That's my presentation about the explanation of the types of the clouds. Let me call another colleagues to explain by continuing the.
Okay, hi. My name is Yamulaje Fidelite. I'm continuing about basic type of cloud, which are cirrus, cumulus, and stratus. For cirrus, we have a cirrus cloud are high altitude cloud that typically form above 20,000 feet in the atmosphere. They are thin and wispy in appearance, often resembling delicate frond or tuff of ice crust. For the cirrus, also we have the cirrus clouds are composed mainly of ice crust rather than water droplets due to the low temperature at high altitude. The cirrus also they are commonly associated with air weather, but their presence can also indicate temperature at high altitude. We have also secondary basic type of cloud, which is cumulus cloud. For cumulus cloud are a fifth white cloud with a flat base and rounded top. They are often described as resembling cotton ball or cauliflower. These clouds typically form at low to middle altitude and are composed of water droplets. They can also develop vertically, grow into towering cumulus clouds known as cumulonimbus clouds, which are associated with thunderstorms. For cumulus also we have, after cumulus, we have third basic type of cloud which called cirrus. For cirrus, the word cirrus is cirrus clouds are lowly lying clouds that form in uniform layer covering the sky like a blanket. They often appear gray or white and can obscure the sun. These clouds typically form at low altitude and are composed of droplets. They are associated with overcast sky and can produce light rain or drizzle. Stratus clouds also are often seen ahead of warm front, indicating the approach of potential cloud and rain weather. However, they can also dissipate and lead to clear conditions. For also the cirrus, after those basic type of clouds, we have WMO classification of clouds. The word WMO is abbreviation word which means World Meteorological Organization divided the cloud into 10 groups based on their height and appearance. As mentioned, the clouds are divided into 4 families. We have family A, family B, family C and D based on height, and each of these primary family has subcategories.
So my name is Ngabo Wisho. So I'm going to talk about the family of cloud. So we have the 4 families. For the first, you have family A. This category has high cloud in the tropics. The average high level is 12 kilometers, as well as subtropics. There are 3 subcategories in this family A, as we are going to see for the next slide. For the 3 subcategories of family A, we have the cirrus. Whips and feather are higher altitude cloud above the 20,000 feet composed of ice plateau. And also we have cirrocumulus within high altitude cloud like cirrocumulus cloud, and also seen in the sky as a thin or white patch pitches. They typically point to good weather and are observed in low or grouping. So we have also the cirrostratus. Cirrostratus cloud, thin, high altitude cloud, cover the sky, often transparent, allowing sun or moon to shine through, creating optical effects and signaling warm front and precipitation. So, okay. So, for the family B, these clouds fall under the intermediate cloud categories in the tropic and the subtropics. The mean upper level is 7 kilometers, and the low level is 2.5 kilometers. This family consists 2 categories like orthocumulus cloud found at the altitude between 65,000 and 20,000 feet. A middle level cloud composed of water droplets and ice crystal. They appear greenish or bluish and resemble ships filled. They are associated with fair weather, indicate warm fronts, thunderstorms, and create something visual effects during sunrise and sunset. So, orthostratus cloud formed at the altitudes between 60,000, 65,000, and 20,000 feet are thin, uniformly gray and blue-gray, and can obscure the sun or the moon. So, resembly a fibrous vein and is either gray or bluish, they create shadow or coroners. So, for the family C, this group of cloud consists of lower clouds. In tropical region, the height of this cloud reach at 2.5 kilometers above the earth. Similar to high cloud, this family has three subcategories. We have stratocumulus stratus and nimbus stratus. Cumulus clouds are a puffy, cotton-like cloud formed by rising warm. Most air often seen on field days. Cumulonimbus cloud, towering, creating several weather conditions like thunderstorm, lightning, and heavy rain, reaching height over 50,000 feet. So the type of cloud is cumulonimbus, cirrostratus, cirrus, orthostratus, orthocumulus, cumulonimbus, stratus cumulus, and nimbus stratus. So this picture shows us the type of cloud in general. This type of cloud is separated or are separated uh, in four families: family A, family B, and family C, also and family D. So this is the type of cloud in general. So thank you. We are going to see what is the other event or what the uh, other things related to cloud. Thank you.
So I'm here by the name of Elisa. I'm going to talk about the impact of crowds in our environment. Our environment is significantly impacted by our crowds in the following ways. The first way is climate regulation. Clouds regulate Earth's temperature by reflecting sunlight and trapping heat, acting as a blanket and retaining warmth and cool the planet. The second impact is water cycle. About water cycle, clouds formed when atmospheric water vapor condenses into droplets and crushed in the water cycle, releasing rain or snow for plants, animals, and humans. The third one is weather patterns. Weather patterns, cloud serve as weather indicators signaling potential changes in our thunderstorms. Monitoring these patterns aids in predicting and preparing for weather events. The fourth one is agriculture. Cloud cover affects agriculture by regulating sunlight, providing shade, and affecting plant growth, and crop yields by affecting the amount of sunlight reaching Earth's surface. Air quality, clouds influence atmospheric pollution dispersion and help cleanse our air by capturing and removing pollutants through precipitation processes. Reduced sunlight availability and diffraction to cloud cover affect solar energy production, yet this can be advantageous for some solar energy.
Hello, I'm Sandra Crush Show. I'm in this group. I'm going to continue on this group presentation. Let's go on the monsons. As we hear, they said the monsons. I said to explain the monsons. As it came from Arabic name, which is monsons, which means a season. Here, when we see the monsons as a season, we can give the clear definition of these monsons. We can define it like, let's give it in short words. Monsons is a seasonal wind system that reverses direction every 6 months to bring wet and dry seasons to various parts of the world. Especially this occurs in particular tropic and subtropic regions. As you see on these images, our first image here, it shows the very heavy cloud. It have the color like a black and white color. It seems like any time can reach the rain, which is very heavy. Yeah, also it results on second image. As you see, those people suffered from the heavy rain, which brings the floods. As you see, those are in the water as the result of the heavy rain. It's a flood. Yeah, that's the monsons. On the monsons, you have different type of it. There is a southwest monsons and northeast monsons. Yeah, southwest monsons. It starts between June and September, especially in different countries like India, Nepal, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. It experiences intense rainfall due to the south west monsoons, which is essential for agriculture and water supply. If it produces a rainfall, especially in those mentioned countries, it's ready to favorize agriculture and also in a water supply process. That's importance of southwest monsoon. Let's see on northeast monsoons, which this season it occurs especially between October and December, especially in southeast of the Asia and the northeast of the Asia. It produces northeast monsoons. Sometimes referred to as retreating monsoons or winter monsoons. So they describe it as winter or retreating monsoons because it occurs between October or December. Yeah, as we seen in the definition of these monsoons, they tell us it can occur in every 6 months. Yeah, this type of northeast monsoons, it replenishes water supply and promote agriculture in this area. It affects those sectors, especially water supplies and agriculture. It has a importance like that of, as we saw the southwest monsoons on above slide. Let's see on the mechanism of monsoons, driving mechanism of monsoons. That shows how this monsoon occurs. First, it occurs when there is differential heating of land and ocean masses and cause temperature variations. This result in air pressure difference. When this air pressure difference occurs, this creates a wind pattern. Those winds, especially, it are characterized by land heating faster than the ocean. It means the winds, which especially which is heat, yeah, it moves faster than on the ocean. It means it faster on land and slower on the ocean. This causes a pressure gradient and resulting in this type of monsoon, and also it produces heavy rainfall. Second mechanism, this is the Kairos effect caused by Earth rotation. This Earth rotation, when occurs, causes Kairos effect. This Kairos effect, it alters the wind direction, which influencing the information of rotation system like cyclone and anticyclone. When this occurs, due to the Earth's rotation, it ready to form cyclones and anticyclones. As we know, cyclones and anticyclones, it's like the forms of winds that occurs sometimes due to the direction it comes from. Sometimes one from South Pole, other on the North Poles of the Earth. Third one is the wind direction intensity strengths that are greatly influenced by the moisture content of the air. When this occurs, it brings dry air things and produces high pressure areas, whereas suspended air rises and create low pressure zones. This it ready to form precipitations and weather patterns. This finally it form clouds, which are influenced by the moistures.
Hi, my name is Ngabo Wilso. I'm back to conclusion about the introduction to cloud. So, first of all, we have to know that what is a cloud? Cloud is the aggregations of water droplets and ice crystals that are suspended in the atmosphere. So this cloud has many types. It has the nimbus cloud, stratus cloud, cumulonimbus cloud, orthocumulus cloud, and the other type of cloud. So we have seen how the cloud be formed. The cloud is formed in the two conditions: when the most air from the sea blows over the land, and when the most air or warm air strike with another that is cooler. This is the condition that help the cloud to be formed. And also we have seen above what is a monsoons. We have seen the word called monsoons. This monsoons is a word from the Arabic which said season. This monsoons is from the Muslims, which said, which means the season. So, as you've seen, we have the two types of monsoons. We have north-west monsoons and southeast monsoons, as well explained above. So, this is our end of presentation. If you want to know more, can go to the reference that are below the picture, and their reference help to know more about the cloud. So thank you so much. I will love you. Thank you so much. Thank you.